What's up everyone, Bene back again. Continuing on from last week, I'm going to be talking about how to create a subtone and a straight tone on the saxophone. If you're not really sure the difference between subtone and straight tone on the saxophone, be sure to check out my last video. If you're watching this on YouTube, there will be a card right there to click. Just watch that and you'll get a good understanding of the difference between subtone and straight tone. Before we go on, I do want to say this tutorial comes with a PDF of sheet music that are exercises that are really going to help you practice your subtone and your straight tone. I'll let you know how to get this at the end of the video. So if we're going to be changing the sound of the saxophone, a big part of the sound is the reed. And in this instance with subtone and straight tone, we're really trying to change how this reed is vibrating. And the way we do that is with our lower lip, because that is the part of our embouchure that is in direct contact with the reed. It's pretty simple. I do my best to start my students with creating a good straight tone first because I think it develops good habits with forming your embouchure. Now, I know there's lots of concepts to forming an embouchure on the saxophone, but what I find gives the best results with my students is forming an O with your embouchure. Ooh, just like that. Corners drawn in and an even amount of pressure around the entire mouthpiece and reed. Now, of course, your teeth want to be on top of the mouthpiece to anchor your embouchure, and then your lower lip wants to be on top of your bottom teeth. Not a lot of lower lip, just enough to cover your bottom teeth. So it looks like this. Okay, now a big part of the straight tone is we want to engage this lower lip. And the way we do that is we want to keep our chin flat in front, and we don't want to engage this chin muscle right here. If we engage the chin muscle, it looks like this. See how that chin muscle flexes? We don't want that. I look ridiculous right now. We don't want that. So we want to make sure that chin is flat to the front. So what helps is just protruding your jaw out just a little bit and keeping that O. Ooh, and it sounds like this. The more refined and the more straight your tone, I guess you could say, will get is really dependent on this lower lip muscle. The stronger that muscle gets, the more clear, the more focused your tone will be. That's why when you listen to classical saxophone players, really professional classical saxophone players, their tone is so refined and clear. It really has a lot to do with this muscle down here and making sure that chin muscle is not engaged and all the muscles coming from that lower lip. Now, I want to say, don't confuse this muscle with biting on the mouthpiece. You want to make sure it's still relaxed. Your jaw is still relaxed. If I bite, it sounds like this. Okay, now I'm gonna relax. You know, so I'm still keeping a relaxed feel, but with this firm lower lip. Now with subtone, some saxophonists will say you have to move your jaw back, you have to use more lip, or you have to use less mouthpiece. Now all those things can help, but it comes down to really one thing, and it has to do with this lower lip, because again, that's what's engaged with the reed. Instead of engaging that lower lip that we do for straight tone, we're just relaxing that lower lip, and we're shifting now the muscle to this chin muscle to create that seal against the mouthpiece. So instead of your embouchure doing this, it's going to be doing this. So you see how the chin bunches up? And the lower lip is relaxed. Just like that. And that's really how it's done. I'll demonstrate it right now. After you get comfortable with that chin engage rather than the lower lip engage, then you can start to experiment with bringing the jaw back or taking more lip. And that'll give you varying color within your subtone. I'll demonstrate. Well, let's talk about how to get this PDF. It's got some really great exercises on it that are going to help you practice your subtone and your straight tone. Plus, I labeled it tone and air exercises. It's just really great warm up to really get your air working and to get your diaphragm working properly. So to get a hold of this, all you got to do is click on the link in the description below and I'll shoot this over to you as soon as possible. It's completely free, no catch or anything, so don't hesitate at all. All right, thanks so much again, everybody. everybody. If you like what you're seeing, of course, subscribe. Just click on that bubble, and I will see you next week. So to get a hold of this, So to get a hold...